Hello students, welcome to today's class 10th, chapter number 4, quadratic equations, and the topic is nature of roots. Students, before commencing our topic, let us have a look on a video which will focus on what is the need to study quadratic equation. Have you ever thought over this? That why are we studying the quadratic equation? What is their use? So let us have a look on the video which will clear out this picture. Students, whether you talk of launching of any missile or any rocket or speed or shape of any celestial bodies or speed of moving car or any objects we throw, or suppose we have to find out the area of any region. So on all these, the quadratic equations play a very important role in finding out the unknown quantity. Now let us figure out some of the examples of daily life which will focus on the need to study quadratic equation. So let us list them out. First is figuring a profit. Next, calculating room areas. Quadratic in sports. Next we have learning. Next, finding the speed, satellite dish, military and law enforcement, engineering, management and clerical work. So we see a variety of fields are there where quadratic equations play a vital role. Now, let us see the learning outcomes. Students, after this completion of the topic, you will be able to find out the discriminant of the given quadratic equation. Also, you will be able to deduce the nature of roots of a given quadratic equation, whether it has real and distinct root, real and equal roots, or no real roots. So all these three conditions you will be able to distinguish after this topic. You will also be able to find out the real roots of a quadratic equation if they exist. So mind it, if they exist, you will be able to find out. Next, you will also be able to apply the knowledge of nature of roots of quadratic equation to solve real life problems. Means you will be able to apply this knowledge in the real world. Now let us see previous knowledge. Students, as you have come to the last topic of this chapter, that is nature of roots. So you are familiar with quadratic equations now well enough. So let us revise these concepts quickly. When a quadratic polynomial is equated to 0, it forms a quadratic equations. So let us take a quadratic polynomial of degree 2, that is y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This is our quadratic polynomial. Now when we equate this quadratic polynomial to 0, what we will get? We will get ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So what is this? This is our quadratic equation along with condition a must not be equal to 0. Why? Because if a equals to 0, what will happen? Think, if a equals to 0, this whole term will become 0. And when it will become 0, what we are left with? Bx plus c equal to 0. It is only a linear equation and we are dealing here with the quadratic equation. So this is an important condition that a must not be equal to 0. Example of quadratic equation, 5x square minus 3x plus 3 equals to 0. This is one of the example. Now let us see definition. In mathematics, quadratic equation is a polynomial equation of second degree. General form is given by ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the general form of quadratic equation where x represent, where x are there here. These x represent the variable or an unknown quantity, and a, b and c, these are what? These are the constant with a not equal to 0. This we have discussed in previous slide. That is, if a equals to 0, it will form a linear equation. So these are the coefficients and x is the unknown. Now we have ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 as the standard form of the equation. Now constant a, this constant a, b and c, these constants are respectively what? A is called the quadratic coefficient because it is the coefficient of x square. B is called the linear coefficient because it is the coefficient of x, and the remaining one is the c. It is the constant or the free term because it is not with any variable, so it is a free term. So A is a quadratic coefficient, B is the linear coefficient and C is the free term. Now at this point you also knows to solve the quadratic equation, that is finding the roots. You know this using the method of factorization, completing the square method and quadratic formula. So these methods you are done with. You already know how to apply these method and solve the equation. Next, standard form of the equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now when you use quadratic formula, what is the quadratic formula you use to solve the equation? It is minus b plus minus b square under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is your quadratic formula which we used for finding out the roots of a given quadratic equation. Now we have talked about roots. Now let us see what are the roots. Equations we have seen, now we will see root. A real number alpha is called the root of the quadratic equation ax square bx plus c equals to 0, condition applied, a not equal to 0, if a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equals to 0. So what we have done here? We have put alpha instead of x. So if right hand side comes 0, then we say that alpha is the root of the equation. So if alpha is the root of this equation, then we can say that x is equal to alpha satisfies the equation, or x is equal to alpha is the solution of the equation. So this is the root which is also the solution of the given quadratic equation. Now thus we can say that roots of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 are same as the zeros of the polynomial, quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. So whether we talk of roots of quadratic equation or the zeros of quadratic polynomial, both are the same thing. Next, roots of quadratic equations. The roots of quadratic equations are given by alpha and beta. As the quadratic equation have two roots, so let us suppose that alpha and beta. Now by quadratic formula we have x is equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So when we take only plus, so what we get in that case? Alpha is equal to minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is on taking plus sign. And when we take minus sign, we get here beta is equals to minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is on taking plus sign and this is on taking minus sign. So these are the two roots of the quadratic equation. This also you have used in the last exercise to solve some questions. Now let us come to today's topic, that is nature of roots. Roots we have seen, equations we have seen. Now what about the nature? means what type of root you are getting, what number of root you are getting, what are the type of root. So this we will see in this topic now. First of all, let us see discriminant. The expression you see here, b square minus 4ac, and this is the quadratic formula. The same expression you find here. So this expression b square minus 4ac is known as the discriminant of the given equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So it is known as the discriminant of the quadratic equation. What is discriminant? B square minus 4ac. Now let us see. It is called discriminant. Why? As the word clearly indicates, discriminant means discriminate or distinguish. So it is called discriminant because it can discriminate or distinguish between the possible types of answers. Answers means root here. So which different type of roots we are getting here, it is able to discriminate between them. So it is called discriminant. It is denoted by letter D or del. This is known as del. So these two signs we can use to denote the discriminant. So D is equal to B square minus 4AC. By applying this equation, you can get the value of discriminant. Now when we replace B square minus 4AC in the quadratic formula by D, what quadratic formula becomes? Like this. X is equals to minus B plus minus under root D. Nothing I have done. Just instead of B square minus 4AC, I have written here D. So we get minus B plus minus under root D upon 2A. So this is the quadratic formula. Next, let us see why the discriminant is so important. What role does it play? Discriminant tell you the number and the type of answers, means type of root you will get. Discriminant can be positive, negative or 0. These three possible values are there. Positive number, negative number or 0. Now since discriminant is under the radical, why? Because we write in the quadratic formula what? Under root D we write. So it is under a radical. So think about what it means if we have a positive. Suppose we have a positive D. When we have a negative D. And when we have a 0. So what will happen? What it means when we have a positive, negative or 0 under the radicals. Think over this. So this we will deal afterward. First of all, we will see how to find out the discriminant of a given equation. So let us see that. How to find out the discriminant. So we have D is equal to B square minus 4AC. We will apply this equation or formula. Now let us see the example 1. Find the discriminant of x square minus 2x minus 15 equals to 0. Student, first and the foremost thing when you get equation is to write that equation in the standard form. What is the standard form of equation in quadratic? Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is the standard form of quadratic equation. So you can see here, your equation is same like this. So no need to change it. Already it is in the standard form. Now, this was the first step. Next is what? You have to identify the value of a, b, c. How this value of a, b, c we get here? Let us see how now. We will compare both the equations. Here you can see a. Here is what? Coefficient of x square? 1. So we get here a equals to 1. Next you see coefficient of x is what? B. Here what? Coefficient of x? Minus 2. So we get here minus 2. C is the constant term. What is the constant term here? Minus 15. So we get here C value minus 15. So like this we get the value of A, B and C. Now step 3. We will substitute these value to b square minus 4ac. So after substituting, let us see what will happen. We have d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Now b is what? Minus 2, so whole square, minus 4, a value was 1 and c value minus 15. When you solve, what you will get? Yes, come on, calculate fast. 4 15 for 60. So what you will get? Yes, you will get 64. So discriminant value is what? 64. Next. Let us think over the possible values of discriminant. So the last slide you see, we get the value of discriminant 64, which is a positive number. What happens if it comes negative? If it comes 0? So we will think over that now. Discriminant can be positive, negative or 0. Since discriminant is under the radical, what it will have? What effect it will have? Now let us see. For this we will consider some examples of quadratic equation with different values of discriminant, and then we will see what different values of discriminant will have effect on the nature of roots. Means how nature of roots depend on the possible values of discriminant. So let us see that. Let us take first example question. X square minus 5x minus 14 equals to 0. So what we will do, I said, first of all arrange in the standard forms. Already equation is in the standard form. Next is we have to find what number is under the radical when simplified. So under the radical what we have? D. So we have to find out the value of D. How to find it out? Using the equation D is equal to B square minus 4AC. Now you see what is 5. How we get 5 here? We will compare. B is what? The coefficient of x, so we have minus 5. Again, A is what? Coefficient of x square, so that is 1. C is what? The constant term, so we have minus 14. So all these terms we have put in B square minus 4AC. And what is the answer? 81. So we get D is equals to 81. Again we have a D as a positive number here. That means D is greater than 0. So here discriminant is greater than 0. Now we will see when discriminant is greater than 0, what kind of roots we will have or what will be the nature of roots. So let us see that. First of all, we will write the quadratic formula. X is equals to b minus b plus minus under root d upon 2a. So what is there now? B value is minus 5 and d value is what? 81. So let us put. Now what? Remember one thing, it will have two roots. So first we will take on plus and next we will take on taking minus. So alpha on taking plus. So just plus sign here and here what? Minus. Other is the same thing. Minus 5 plus under root 81 upon 2 into a की वैल्यू क्या थी 1. Beta is equals to minus into minus 5 minus under root 81 2 into 1. Now under root 81 is what? 9. So we will get 5 plus 9 upon 2, that is 14 upon 2. Here we will get 5 minus 9 upon 2, that is minus 4 upon 2. So what will be the values of root now? 7. Here 7 on taking plus and here we get minus 2 on taking minus. So what you notice these two values? Are these real numbers? Yes, the roots are real. Moreover, they are distinct. So the nature of root is real and distinct. So whenever discriminant is greater than 0 or positive, the nature of roots will be real and distinct. Now let's move further to other case. Let us see other example. X square minus 10x plus 25 equals to 0. So what is the number under radical? We will find out the value of D using the same. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. Just compare now. B value is what? Minus 10. C value is what? 25. And the value of A is 1, coefficient of x square. So let us put that now. Minus 10 square minus 4 into 1 into 25. So what you will get? Calculate fast now. Yes, minus 10 square 100, 25 into 400. So 100 minus 100, what you will get here? 0. So what you saw here? D is 0. In this case, the value of discriminant is 0. Now when this value is 0, what effect will it have on nature of root? So let us see that. What we will do, we have to find out the root for that first of all. So apply quadratic formula, what we will do, we will put d is equal to 0 here. So what we will left with? We will be left with minus b upon 2a. So let us see now. Alpha is equals to minus b upon 2a, that is on taking plus, and on taking minus, again minus b upon 2a. Both the cases you see, this term is going to be 0. So what is remaining? Minus b upon 2a. So what you notice here, alpha and beta are the same, equal. So when you put the values of b is what? Minus 10, and here 2 into 1 you will get 5, and here also you will get 5. So what do you notice about the nature of roots now? What is the nature of roots? Are they real? Yes, 5 is a real number. And what else? Are they distinct or what? No. 5 equal to 5. So we are getting here real, and what we are getting here? Real and equal roots. So whenever d is equal to 0, the nature of roots will be real and equal in the case of discriminant equal to 0. Now let's move to other case. Let us see question number 3. 4x square minus 9x plus 7 equals to 0. Again we have to find out the number under radical, that is d value. So what is here b? B is a minus 9, coefficient of x. What is a? A is 4. And what is the constant term c? It is 7. So let us put it now and let's find out fast. Yes, so b square minus 4ac. So b square value put here, you will get here minus 31. Now what you notice about this minus 31? What is the value of d now? It is less than 0. That is negative. So just now we have seen d was greater than 0, positive and equal to 0. Now third case is when d is less than 0, that is negative. Now what happens in this case? Let us see. The same quadratic formula we have applied here. Value of b is minus 9, so I put it at. Now root d, that is root minus 31, and 2 into a, that is 2 into 4. Now remember here we have here minus 31. So we have to find out the value of root 31. Is it possible to find out the square root of a negative number? Have you done so before? Think over it. No. Is it not? It is not possible to find out the square root of negative number in case of real numbers. So let us see. But there is no real number whose square is minus 31. Means, is there any real number? This I am supposing. Any real number whose square, when we square this number, you get minus 31. Is there any real number or what? Think over this number. Whose square is minus 31? No. So there is no such real number. Answer will be no. So no real number is there whose square is minus 31. Let us take one more example, or let us first of all see what happens here. We saw that when b square minus 4ac less than 0 or negative, what is happening? Then there is no real number whose square is b square minus 4ac. Therefore, there are no real roots for the given equation. Mind it, we are talking of real roots. So there is no real root. So nature of roots, not real. No root exists. Means no real root exists if your d is negative or less than 0. Let us take one more example. I think it will be clear with that. We have this quadratic formula. So for example, if you have value of discriminant as minus 4. Okay. So b square minus 4ac equals to minus 4. Now what happens when we put this value of d in the quadratic equation? You have to find out in that case value of minus 4. Is it so? Because d is minus 4 here. So let us see. As minus 4 is less than 0, when we put the value of d in the quadratic formula, we have to find out the value of root minus 4. So is it possible? You know we can find out the square root of 4. What is the square root of 4? Yes, say it is 2. Or we can write 2 square is what? Equal to 4. But can you find a number here whose square is equals to minus 4? Can you find such number? No. Because just now we said it is not possible to find out any number whose square is negative. Okay. So it is not possible to find out. But there is no number, real number whose square is minus 4, just now explained. So is there a what? Think over this. So it is no. You will not find any such real number whose square is a negative. So whenever b square minus 4ac is less than 0 or negative, there will be no real roots. Remember, no real roots in case of d less than 0. So students, let us generalize now what we have got after finding out the value of d. Whenever your d is greater than 0, we will have two distinct real roots, and you will find by using the quadratic formula. Once you will take positive and once you will take negative sign. Now when your d is equal to 0, when discriminant is equal to 0, we will have two equal roots, that is each root will be minus b upon 2a. Next, when your d is less than 0, when discriminant is less than 0, we will have no real roots in this case. Now let us solve some of the examples through which you will be clear how to find out the discriminant. Yes, so let us see that. We have example 1, 2x square minus 3x plus 5 equals to 0. So what you will get, first step is you have to compare it with the standard equation. What is the standard equation? We have ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now a equal to 2, b equal to minus 3 and c equals to plus 5. Now what we will do, value of d is given by b square minus 4ac. So we will write that. Substitute the value here. What you will get? 9 minus 4 into 2 into 5, that is value of d is what? Minus 31. So we have d value less than 0. Since d is less than 0, we will have which type of root? No real roots, remember. No real root exists. Now let's move to second question example. In this we have 2x square minus 6x plus 3 equals to 0. So what we will do, we have to compare it with this, the standard equation. On comparing, what you will get here? A equals to 2, b equals to minus 6 and c equals to 3. Now after this, substitute the values in b square minus 4ac. Now see what you will get here. D equals to b square minus 4ac. We are writing here. B is minus 6 whole square. 4ac is what? 4 into 2 into 3, that is 24. 36 minus 24 is what? D equals to 12. So in this case we have d greater than 0. When d is greater than 0, so what are the roots? Real and distinct. Two real and distinct roots. Now let us see example number 3. We have 100x square minus 20x plus 1 equals to 0. Again on comparing, first of all we will find out the value of a, b and c. So a value is what? 100. Value of b is what? Minus 20. And what is the value of c? Clear, it is 1. So substituting the value in d is equal to b square minus 4ac, what you will get? Let us see. D is equals to 100 square, right here, minus 20 square, because the value of b is what? Minus 20. 4 into 100 into 1. So here 400 minus 400, what you will get here? 0. So in this case we have d equal to 0. So since d is equal to 0, so what type of roots we will have? We will have, yes, come on. Now let us see one more question here now. X square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So what we will do, first of all, we have to compare it with the standard equation, and we have standard equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is our standard equation. On comparing, we get a equal to 1, b equal to minus 5 and c equals to 6. Here we are comparing c. Here 1. So del, I told you that we can also write d as del for discriminant. So putting the values here, what you will get here? B value minus 5 whole square minus 4 into a value is 1 and value of c is what? 6. So put it here. What you will get? 25 minus 24. 25 minus 24. So what is the value of d? Yes, come on. Value of d is what? 1. So what about the roots? 1 is greater than 0. So we will have which type of roots? We will have two real and distinct roots. So let us find out them. Here we are finding out. X is equals to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac. This is our quadratic formula. Now minus b value is what? B value is minus 5. So this value will put here. So we will get plus 5. Plus minus, this is what our d. D value क्या निकली है हमारी 1. So this value will put here 1. Now upon 2 into a. A value is क्या है 1. इसमें रखेंगे हम. So we will find out 5 plus minus under root 1 क्या होता है 1. Okay, so 1 upon 2. Now on taking plus and on taking minus, we will get two roots. So when we take plus, we will get 5 plus 1 upon 2. And when we take minus, we get 5 minus 1 upon 2. So what we will get here? We will see 6 upon 2. And next we will see here 4 upon 2. So two roots are what? 3 and 2. Cancel it out. So we will get here, first root is what? 3 and next root is 2. So just now we said that two distinct and real roots are there. Students, so now we have seen so many examples. Now let us recollect what we have studied today. We have studied that whenever discriminant is greater than 0, we will have, what we will have? We will have two distinct real roots. And how to find out them? We will use the quadratic formula, once on taking plus and once on taking minus. So we will get two roots. Now next we have studied that if d equal to 0, we will have two equal real roots. Means the roots will be equal and real, and they are given by minus b upon 2a minus b upon 2a. Next, if d is less than 0, we will get no real roots. Remember, in this case, no real root exists whenever discriminant is less than 0 or negative. Yes, students, so now it's a time for assignment, some work you have to do. Let's see that. Yes, you can do it, I know. First, determine the nature of roots of the following quadratic equation. Nature of root is asking. So how to find nature of roots? By using the discriminant, finding out the discriminant. So here are some of the equations. You have to find out first of all discriminant. On the basis of this, you will find the nature of roots. So whether your discriminant is greater than or equal to 0 or less than 0. So what will be the nature of roots? I know you can do it. It's so easy. Next, question number 2. Here you can see, question is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 40 meter and area 200 square meter? If so, find its length and breadth. So remember what they are saying. Is it possible? क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि हम एक रेक्टेंगुलर पार्क डिज़ाइन करें जिसका पेरीमीटर 40 मीटर हो और एरिया 200 स्क्वायर मीटर हो? अगर हो सकता है then find its length and breadth. So the hint is you have to first of all form a quadratic equation using the given information. What information आपके पास क्या information दी है? Perimeter और area. So using these two information, you have to first of all form a quadratic equation, then apply the concept of nature of roots to find whether the solution exists or not. If exist, you can find out length and breadth, otherwise not. Hope it is clear.